Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. I have to say this at the beginning of every program where I talk about McDonald's because nobody's a bigger fan of McDonald's than I am. I first saw McDonald's when I was 9 years old. I remember the first McDonald's I ever saw, and I was in love. And over the years, I have spent tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars at McDonald's. McDonald's is uniquely American. It is a logo, it is a brand name that is known around the world. And because it's so big, just like the Walt Disney Company and other companies that are big and successful, people love taking shots at it. The more successful McDonald's has become, the more they love taking shots at McDonald's. And I see McDonald's as not only being the home of great hamburgers and great French fries. McDonald's is much more than that. It is a symbol of Americanism. Nothing is more American than McDonald's. It is a model of American efficiency, marketing, business acumen. The founding of McDonald's and its early days to today, one of the great American success stories. I love McDonald's for a million reasons. I love McDonald's, many of the reasons people hate McDonald's. I love it. And when people attack McDonald's, I'm just reminded about how it's so big and successful, it really bothers people. And it shouldn't bother people. You know what? Instead of hating McDonald's, you should buy their stock and enjoy some of the benefits of being part of McDonald's. There's no two ways about it. It's just, even if you don't eat meat or even if you don't like hamburgers, I mean, how can you argue with what McDonald's is as an American icon and how it became an American icon? Fascinating. So, people take shots at McDonald's. They say bad things about McDonald's. They sue McDonald's. They threatened to sue McDonald's. We all remember the woman who sued McDonald's because the cup of hot coffee fell in her lap. Imagine that. They served coffee and it was hot. They should have warned her. Probably because she was going to so many other places getting cold coffee. Had no idea you'd get a nice hot cup of coffee at McDonald's. So she sued them because she got what they promised. Unbelievable. How about the lawsuit that was dismissed a couple of weeks ago by a federal judge in New York saying that McDonald's is making people fat? Judge threw that lawsuit out. By the way, that was a class action lawsuit that blamed McDonald's for making people fat. By the way, McDonald's has never made anybody fat. People who can't stop eating McDonald's because it's so good make themselves fat. By the way, I've been one of them. The last thing I do is sue McDonald's because I couldn't stop eating it. Yeah, it was too goddamn good. And that's why I couldn't stop eating it. I'm suing. Stupid. I'm an unabashed fan of McDonald's. And like I say, because I'm in the advertising and marketing business, I am fascinated with great marketing. And while McDonald's marketing has had its highs and lows over the years in general, if you want to see how good the marketing of McDonald's is, watch a little kid who can barely speak see a McDonald's logo and watch the reaction. How many products touch such a visceral chord as McDonald's? Visceral, by the way, the $10 word of the day. Doesn't sound like the show. I mean, it's, I get goosebumps talking about McDonald's, I do. And like I say, eating there is only half the story. I mean, just seeing how they market products, how they roll out products. Do you know that the McGriddle sandwich that they're marketing right now, Do you know this is the most successful new product they have marketed since the Egg McMuffin? That's like 30 years. I mean, it's like a runaway success. There's a big story about it in Business Week magazine. Huge, huge. You got to give them credit. Do you know that McDonald's Corporation saved Boston Market? Boston Market was going out of business. They were closing them up like there was no tomorrow. McDonald's bought it and turned it around. I mean, please, I could sit here all day and talk to you about the McDonald's Corporation and my admiration for them and their products. Now, on your local station, you might occasionally hear a McDonald's commercial. You might not. They don't buy time on our show on the network. And that in no way detracts from my admiration for and love for this company. I wish they would advertise here because I would give them nothing but support. But even though they don't, it doesn't matter. I will still continue to eat. And by the way, on the Atkins diet, I have patronized McDonald's even more often. And I would say the double quarter pounder with cheese, I just toss the buns. That has helped me get through the tough times on the Atkins diet. It has. No doubt about it. Now, having said all of this, I mean, you understand how much I love and respect McDonald's, okay? Having said all of this, every once in a while, I think even a great company like McDonald's starts to feel the heat. And you know what? Every once in a while, a controversial radio personality feels the heat, like when I gave out the name of Kobe Bryant's accuser. You have to be what you are, and you have to stand up for who you are. And you have to say, yeah, I gave out the name, and I'll do it again. And even though you have to take a lot of heat, and you have to go on a lot of talk shows and answer a lot of questions, ultimately, you get more respect from people for being who you are. And I just want to say to McDonald's, you know what? I love who you are. Don't try to be something you're not. Be McDonald's. Don't be something else. And here's the story I want to read to you about McDonald's. This is from the Associated Press. McDonald's Corporation has enlisted the aid of Oprah Winfrey's personal trainer, Bob Greene, to promote an adult version of the Happy Meal. It's the fast food giant's latest effort to offer healthier products. Instead of Happy Meal standards like a burger and a toy, the new Go Active meal will include a salad, an exercise booklet, and a pedometer meant to encourage walking. Fitness guru Greene has agreed to help promote the Go Active meal, which is being test marketed at 150 McDonald's restaurants in Indiana. They got a lot of fat people in Indiana. Probably have eaten a lot of McDonald's, and they like it. McDonald's and other fast food chains have tried to offer healthier fare that will still tempt taste buds as the fat and calorie content of their core products has come under scrutiny. Burger King, the number 2 hamburger chain, planned to launch a new line of low-fat, baguette-style chicken sandwiches on Thursday. Can I tell you something about the chicken sandwiches at fast food joints? Generally, they are dry and they taste like cardboard. Nothing like a good grilled hamburger. I just think of a McDonald's hamburger with all those minced onions on it, and the pickles, a slice of American cheese. And I don't know what they put on that food. It's beef tallow or something. Everything you eat at McDonald's tastes like a hamburger. Have you noticed that? Which is not a bad thing. You know, the French fries taste like hamburgers. Even hot apple pie. Maybe it's because everything gets fried in that deep fry. You know what? That's okay with me. I love it. Chicken McNuggets, chicken that tastes like hamburger. Love it. It's all good. But fast food places, Burger King, anyone, stop making grilled chicken sandwiches with skinless, boneless, tasteless chicken. Stop. Who's eating that stuff? You know what? health food advocates are not going into places like McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's, and they probably never will. I hate to say that, but you know what? While these places have mass audiences and they're very popular with their core demographics, people who are into running the marathon are not going to stop off at Wendy's. Have a Frosty. By the way, Frosty, it is the mulatto milkshake. You know what I'm saying? It isn't quite black. It isn't quite white. You ever look at the Frosty? Kind of like Halle Berry. What color is it? I'm not really sure. It kind of looks like all those weekend anchor people that they like at local TV stations. Black people who look white. You know, the Frosty looks like a chocolate shake, but it really tastes like a vanilla shake. And what is it? At Wendy's. By the way, I also happen to love Wendy's. And why do I know so much about these places? Because I go in there all the time. That's why. Love them. But these places stop making chicken sandwiches. All right, get off the chicken sandwiches, please. Anyway, says here, Bob Green, this is Oprah Winfrey's personal trainer, and you see how consistently Oprah's been keeping that weight off. Maybe Bob's been putting you on the McDonald's diet. I don't know. But Bob Green says he can't remember the last time he visited a McDonald's restaurant, and he said consumers had to take a personal responsibility for the choices they make when it comes to consuming food. And I agree with him on that, by the way. He will also consult on new menu items for the Oak Brook, Illinois-based company, which also announced a new taco version of its premium salads on Tuesday. Bob Golden, an analyst at Chicago-based food consultancy Technomic, said that McDonald's has a long, long way to go to solidify a reputation for promoting healthy foods, but Golden was willing to give the company credit for trying. McDonald's sees some major trends. The company's trying to be responsive. Golden said whether these initiatives actually move the needle and boost sales, I don't know. And by the way, in case you don't know this, because you see all these hamburger joints out there, sales have been leveling off at all the hamburger places. And the reason is not because of health food. The reason is because there's so many hamburger places. And by the way, here in Southern California, we have more than most places, because we not only have all the McDonald's and Burger Kings and Wendy's that you could possibly imagine. We have regional chains like Jack in the Box and Carl's Jr. and In-N-Out Burger. And you know what? They're all pretty goddamn good. And then add in Fat Burger. You got about, 60 or 70 Fat Burgers out there. Good. You called the Wendy's over at Sunset in La Brea, Dean? And he said the Frosty was chocolate. I beg to differ. In fact, if you look at the menu at Wendy's, the word chocolate does not appear. It just says Frosty. McDonald's says it has a chocolate shake. Burger King has a chocolate shake. Wendy's has a Frosty. It's not chocolate. It's not vanilla. It's 2 mints in one. That's one less shake machine you have to clean every night. And I think that's probably part of the efficiency program over there. But I believe the fast food joints who are all trying to offer health food, salad bars, which take a lot more effort and labor, I think, to maintain than a hamburger grill, making chicken sandwiches of various kinds. You know what? Or chicken tacos or chicken taco salads or whatever. You know what? The reason people are not going and buying as many hamburgers these days at, like, say, McDonald's, has nothing to do with McDonald's or the quality of the food or anything. If anything, it has to do with the fact these places are so popular, so successful, and there are so many of them now, that they're all cannibalizing each other. They are. I think that places like McDonald's, hey, God bless America. McDonald's wants to do this. It's free enterprise. They should try it. But, you know, they've tried this in the past. You know, they've had the McDLT, and they've had salad bars and salad shakers and all these things. You know what? They should be who they are and be proud of it. They should show big, fat pictures of juicy cheeseburgers and big, fat filet-o-fish sandwiches and tall Big Macs with special sauce dripping off the... You know what? That's what they are. God bless America. You gotta love it. Do you think that fast food places should be trying to sell health food?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
I just started listening to you, and every time I listen to you, I just get more and more disturbed about your outlook on women.
The Tom Leykis Show on 100.7.
The buzz of Seattle.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. This is Paul on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Paul.
So I am one of those health food people you're decrying, and
I'm not decrying you for being a health food person. I was a vegan for 5 years. What I'm talking about is that McDonald's is not a health food restaurant.
But I love McDonald's, and I eat there all the time. And I'm telling you, the chicken salad, the grilled chicken Caesar salad there is fabulous.
Is it really?
Great.
All right, I'll try it.
I don't eat it because it's healthy. Believe me, I don't. I eat it because it's really good.
All right, you know what? On the Atkins diet, I can eat a chicken Caesar salad. So I'm going to take you up on the suggestion, and I'm going to try it.
I highly recommend it. I love the hamburgers, and I do agree that the chicken sandwiches at all of these fast food restaurants are horrible. They're not even made from a full piece of a chicken. They're made from like 20 little pieces of a chicken they put all together.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I hate them. I hate them. I hate them.
They're not even food. But I'm telling you, there's a grilled Southwest salad, and there's the Cobb salad, and it comes with a Newman's dressing, like a ranch Newman's dressing. Delicious. I'm telling you, try it.
I'm in.
All right.
Thank you, Paul.
Welcome.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Raph on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello. Tom.
Hello, Raph.
What's up, brother? Hey, you know what? I hate McDonald's, but my son loves it. He's 3.5 years. Well, he'll be 4 next month, and he doesn't even know it as a McDonald's. He calls it "put a smile on." And I loved it when I was a kid. I don't eat it as an adult, and I do when I go in there and take my son because I ain't gonna rob him of a childhood. Because when I was a kid, I loved it.
Come on, don't you eat it off his plate when he can't finish? Come on.
Yeah, but I'll get that stupid chicken sandwich like you said.
No, stop it. Come on. Double quarter pounder with cheese, baby. Do it. Do it. Stop scrolling around, please. Chicken sandwich, my ass.
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. Thank you for tuning in. Let me adjust my microphone a second here. How's that sound? How does that sound? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? That doesn't sound good. How about this? Can you hear me now? Oh, that's better. I'm liking that. Every now and then I like to adjust the mic. Because it's the radio business, baby. I'm on the radio. Get out of my way! I'm going on the air! For Christ's sake. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. McDonald's now going to have healthy Happy Meals for adults. I say, hey, McDonald's shouldn't have to apologize for being McDonald's, for God's sake. Dave on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
All right, Dave.
I'm a really big fan, even though I've been here for a short time, and I like how real you are with people, and I really had a lot to talk about with McDonald's, and I do agree. I mean, I like the company, but, I mean, the bottom line is they are in the business of making money, so, it's a matter of consumers and what they want. And
yeah, but I'm not convinced this is what consumers want from McDonald's. In fact, you can disagree with what I'm about to say, and I'll be happy to hear your opinion about it. I believe McDonald's is not doing this because they think people are coming to McDonald's to buy healthy meals. I believe McDonald's is doing this because of all of the lawsuits and all of the negative press they get for selling fast food. And they believe they can start to blunt the criticism if they pay lip service to selling healthier items, even though people won't buy them. And by the way, fast food places have been trying this for 20 years, putting so-called healthier items in the restaurants, and they never work. People don't go to fast food places to get healthy food. They go to get fast food that's beefy and cheesy and potato.
Right, right. Well, I do agree with you on that. There's a really good book. I don't know if you've read Fast Food Nation by Eric Schlosser. It has a lot of good stuff in it about the industry. But, I mean, I do agree that there is a certain amount of BS that's put out there and what they do in terms of trying to get people to, see just what the example you had with, this now and with the whole hot water incident and somebody getting burned that, they have to cover their ass. And in this case, the industry is not getting as much attention for doing the good things that they need to be doing, but it's hard because it's like, and I know in Europe right now there's a case, I think it's been going on for 10 years with McDonald's and a libel suit that not a lot of people in this country know about, that they've been going through for years trying to fight. And it's one of these things where McDonald's is always kind of like the forefront of everything with the industry because they are the biggest. And, the bottom line, though, is the dollar. And it's like, people, you're right, I agree. They don't want, they're not going to want to go to McDonald's to get healthy food.
And I think the people at McDonald's, clearly by the success they've had for 50 years, the people at McDonald's know that no one's coming into McDonald's to go in there and pick up granola or tabbouleh or anything. Come on. Salads, come on. Please.
Yeah, and the bottom line is, like, if you don't want it, the consumer has the ultimate choice. And it's like, if you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to have, some type of weight loss program, it's real obvious. I mean, sure, you can go to McDonald's, but you can't go every day.
By the way, remember I said earlier in the hour, this product they're selling now, the McGriddle sandwich, this breakfast sandwich, is the biggest hit they've had since the Egg McMuffin.
Right.
Now, I don't want to get this wrong, and I know if I'm wrong, someone will call me from a McDonald's and correct me.
Right.
This McGriddle has more calories, not only than an Egg McMuffin. I think it is in the ballpark of a Big Mac or maybe even more.
Sure.
It has a huge number of calories. Business Week called it a gut bomb.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like if it tastes good and it's cheap.
If it tastes good, do it. That's what I always say.
People will buy it, and it's like if you have the education and you know that that stuff is fattening in large.
But by the way, that's the other thing. This stuff isn't necessarily fattening. I just lost 47 pounds, and I eat at McDonald's every week.
Right. But what you have to do is you need to go check your cholesterol and check your blood pressure because
my blood pressure is now back to normal.
Okay.
I do check my blood pressure.
Well, I guarantee you if you consider that your only diet and without exercise...
It isn't my only diet, and I see a trainer twice a week, and I'm in a gym 3 times a week.
Okay, so you have something to offset that.
Yes, and I take supplements and vitamins and all of that, and I eat other things other than McDonald's.
Right, and that's exactly my point. I worked for a personal trainer for years, and I totally, I advocate moderation. It's one thing to do it, but, you can't do it every day. You can't do it, as one.
And you know what? McDonald's would tell you the same thing. If you ask them, that's what they'd tell you, that it's part of a balanced life, and you don't go in there and eat every meal.
Right. And I mean, the thing is people, especially with our work schedules nowadays and everything is so fast-paced, people just want to get something and they want to get out. And what they're not realizing is that, there's a cost for everything. Nothing comes for free. And if they're going to make their life eating at McDonald's and fast food restaurants, they're going to pay for that, with other ways other than the food.
Right, but this whole idea that McDonald's should be something it's not, that
I
should
agree.
be at a health food restaurant. Come on.
Right.
Are they going to start burning incense and hang beads at the door and everything? Come on, this is stupid.
No, it's not. It's just kind of a marketing gimmick that's...
It's not even a marketing gimmick. They're simply trying to protect themselves. And by the way, I don't blame them.
Right.
They're trying to protect themselves from lawsuits and negative publicity because everybody's taking shots at them. But the reality is no one is going to go to McDonald's to buy health food. They're just not.
Sure. I agree.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Appreciate the call.
Tom Leykis. Woof. Tom Leykis. Woof. 800 5800 Tom.
What's the good word today?
Boobs. Boobs are back.
The Tom Leykis Show.
This is...
The Tom Leykis Show. It's Brian. Hello.
Tom.
Brian.
Hey, Tom, I think this is a brilliant idea.
What
Check
is?
this out. Women that are overweight can go over there with their fat kids, and they can attempt to lose weight. I think it's brilliant.
I had a salad at McDonald's today. Can you tell?
Exactly, Tom. Oh, honey, by the way, I just lost a pound. I had a chicken salad.
Honey, I took the kids over for a Happy Meal, but while they were eating the Happy Meal, I had myself one of those chicken salads at McDonald's. Here, take a look.
Exactly, Tom, exactly. This is a brilliant idea, McDonald's. I think a lot of fat girls will be visiting the drive-thru.
And I'm feeling less guilty about it.
Right.
Honey, I put down the Big Mac today, and I had one of these Go Active meals recommended by Oprah.
Hey, Tom, and maybe your kids will learn to eat right instead of eating this fat-ass stuff and take their freaking fork out of their mouth, and then the kids won't get fat.
I lost 47 pounds eating hamburgers, okay? I'm telling you, I did it.
Right. But see, these women, they're not just eating one hamburger.
Oh, no, they're eating the they're eating the buns, they're eating the French fries, they're drinking the Cokes.
And then they're like, hey, honey, I'll be right back. Okay. Freaking farts. Yeah, Tom, I think this is a brilliant idea.
And then I took all the kids over to Krispy Kreme, and we all had donuts.
Exactly, Tom. I think more restaurants need to go this route. Had this on a fat girl menu on the side. Order off the men menu or the fat girl menu. The fat girl menu, and that way they can lose some damn weight.
There you go.
There's so many fat girls in this country. They need to do something.
That's right. Well, the first step towards getting rid of all fat girls is to stop having sex with them and stop marrying them or divorce them if they're fat. That's what you do.
That's brilliant. Yep, exactly.
Well, they're going to get thin a lot faster if we just start dumping them when they get fat.
Yep, exactly. And then they'll realize, hey, I'm too fat. Maybe I should get that. Forget about that fat Sunday today, honey. Exactly. Hey, Tom, take me out with a bong rip.
All right, Brian, here it comes. Miles on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Oh, what's up, Tom?
Just the ratings, Miles.
That's right. I used to work fast food, and, I used to work at Carl's Jr., right? And they have what we would call a sidebar salad, right?
Yeah.
And these fat people would come in, and they would order the biggest burger, right? And then they would get the salad bar, which is all you can eat, right?
Right.
And they would get the salad.
And they would take about a quart and a half of Thousand Island dressing and pour it on top of 400 croutons.
Tom, the ranch dressing and the cheese and the bacon bits, and they lie to themselves like they're eating healthy. And they would order the big burgers without the buns. They would order like 3 of those, and I would just watch them eat it. And these fat women with their kids, they would just make them eat it, and it was like abuse, Tom. It's horrible. I mean, in a way, McDonald's is doing a good. I guess it's going to help their business. Like since they're in Indiana, I mean.
Well, they're test marketing in Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, you see what they eat out there. I mean.
I've been to Indiana.
I know some people from Indiana, and they're pretty, heavy.
They eat like breaded pork tenderloin that's like flattened like a veal cutlet. They like hammer it, and they make sandwiches out of it.
Yeah, it's. I mean.
And they're like deep fried. I mean. These people look like a pork tenderloin sandwich out there. All the people look like that.
Yeah, they're going to order it, and they're going to know, wait a minute, this doesn't really, fill me up.
I bet one weekend in Indiana, that was enough.
That's how it is, Tom. I'm just telling you.
All the hot chicks were in town on business.
Telling it like it is. Yeah, they'll order it, and they'll be like, this doesn't fill me up. How do I order some more? Or, you know what I mean? Like, for McDonald's, it might bring them some business. I mean, sales, but over here, I don't really think it's going to, they shouldn't try to cater to that.
Yeah, well.
Keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I agree with you, Miles. Thank you. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Mark on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, Tom. Long time, first time.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this McDonald's issue, pretty much, McDonald's is a conglomerate. It's just like the beers.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Well, it causes globalization.
What is wrong with globalization?
Well, what happens is McDonald's basically goes from country to country, and it uses the workers, the low-wage paid workers.
Well, is there a law in any country that requires people to be conscripted by or enslaved by McDonald's?
Of course not, but the whole point the whole point is that even though it depletes the economy of its resources and
How does it do that?
It ruins third world countries.
How does it do that?
How does it do that?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Okay, well, for example, let's say we have cattle, and McDonald's is using cattle in Argentina, for example.
Right. And by the way, Argentina plows through enough cattle of their own. They eat more meat there than just about anybody.
Well, actually, McDonald's actually uses cattle from Argentina.
That's good, because the beef in Argentina is top-notch.
Well, pretty much, basically what's happening is when McDonald's is using Argentina...
Are they running out of cattle in Argentina?
No, but what happens is when McDonald's buys a certain amount of cattle...
Right.
Eventually what happens is the cattle, they kill it and...
Yeah, that's what happens when because there's no living cows who want to sit on top of a sesame seed butt.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they kill the cattle, and then what is the negative about this?
So there's less cattle, so the prices of cattle go up.
But pal, the price of a hamburger is cheap.
Exactly. So
what's wrong with that?
How McDonald's does that?
Well, what's wrong with having a cheap hamburger?
Well, this is the reason why they're all suing. Everybody's trying to sue McDonald's.
Everybody's trying to sue McDonald's because they are upset and jealous that they never came up with the idea. The fact is,
I'm not.
Who cares if McDonald's buys a lot of cattle and then the price goes up to the other people? Guess what? You can get a hamburger or a quarter pounder or a Big Mac really cheaply. Hey, can you tell me what's evil about that, please?
The reason why it's cheap, Tom, is because what happens is when Argentina's cattle prices go up, and they go to another third world country.
And then they raise cattle and the price goes back down again.
Exactly.
So what's wrong with that?
Well, the reason why everybody's trying to sue them is because they deplete the world's economy and they go...
How do they deplete the world's economy? There's a lot of people who couldn't afford to eat if there wasn't a McDonald's.
Well, the countries that McDonald's uses to raise their cattle, they can't afford to eat.
What do you mean they can't afford to eat? Well, nobody's forcing the ranchers to sell cattle at McDonald's. Is there a law that says they must sell their cattle?
Tom, there's a really good book by, it's called No Logo by Naomi.
I don't want to, look, we're on the radio. I don't have time to read a book right now. I want you. I want you to tell me. No. I want you, the expert, calling in to tell me why this is bad.
Well, I'm just telling you why everybody, people want to...
Because people try to sue big companies. They try to sue the Walt Disney Company. They try to sue Microsoft. Every time there's a company in America that becomes really successful by being innovative and by being good at marketing, people try to fire shots at them and try to make money off their backs. That's why.
They want a piece of it.
It has nothing to do with whether they're depleting the world's resources or they're bad for the world. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact they're big and successful, and most of the people who file these lawsuits are non-productive, lazy bastards who've never created or produced anything in their goddamn lives.
Right, and then we have the Greenpeace.
Yeah, what are they out doing?
They're up to the same thing against McDonald's.
Buying camcorders and going out filming whales. It's doing a lot.
Anyway, Tom, you're a great guy. I love listening to your show. I'll listen to it for the rest of
Mark?
Tom. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I had a girl, I was just booty call for 2 weeks, and she calls me up and she says, I wrote my mom a letter and I told her all about you. And I told her, hey, you can write her another one and tell her you got some.
The Tom Leykis Show. The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Thank you for tuning in. Omar on the Tom Leykis Show.
What's going on, Tom? First time, long time.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, I'm calling. That last caller had to have been from Seattle or something, one of those gay tree huggers up there. And globalization is not a negative thing. People that live in this country should appreciate it. McDonald's is a model and a true testament to American capitalism and business. They provide tasty food for a cheap amount,
and millions and millions of people had their first job at McDonald's.
Exactly,
and that's a good thing, not a bad thing.
People are not forced to eat there. People are not forced to work there. But people in third world economies or third world countries choose to eat there because it's a good alternative to the local cuisine, and I mean, McDonald's is definitely not taking advantage of people in third world countries.
Any more than any other business takes advantage of anybody. I mean, I'm taking advantage of you. You talk to me, and I'm using your words to get paid, and then I'm getting paid, and then the guy who hired me is making more than I'm making.
And that's the way the world works.
That's what capitalism is all about. You're capitalizing on labor and materials. That's just the way it works. Thanks a lot for the call.
The Tom Leykis Show.